I apologize if all you can see on the screen is black. I know some of you don't like that, but I can't really film with the camera because I'm blind. I should really put that in my description. I should really actually write down a description um and put that I'm visually impaired, and I apologize for that. But as some of you may have known before, you might have known before, I am creating playlists based on my characters in my series. So today I'm going to do a short breakdown of the series. So some of the playlists aren't public yet because I don't feel comfortable with people seeing my characters yet because I don't want them to be judged in any way, big or small, because I've worked really hard on these characters and I've created them over the span of the past year and a half. And so we have Selena Lawson, who is our typical protagonist, although POVs shift throughout the series. The series is 13 books, and it starts with Selena Lawson, and then there's Ethan Wells, Carmen Lawson, Carter Lopez, Sandra Cunningham, Kate Lawson, Adria, and Helen Lawson come in later as adopted children. But we're going to continue into a short breakdown of the series. So the gems are they are alive technically, and they they essentially integrate themselves into a person, which would typically be known as a gem host. Once the bond is fully stable, then they're known as a gem. And actually, that's a very distinct difference. And um, the gem typically integrates just over the heart. Um, and there are a lot of ways to kill a gem, but typically, a gem's lifespan is extended. Like, 1 year in 1 year for a gem is 1,000 mortal years, which I know sounds like a really weird mathematical concept, but it's symbolic later on. It kind of shows how long the gems have really been around, and each gem has its own power. Like, the emerald is like the healer gem. It's light powered. Pearl is the protector gem, so it has its own light powers. Typically, the powers are light based, light and crystal based. Some of them, however, are known as inverted gems, such as obsidian. And obsidian essentially has dark magic, essentially a dark based magic. It lives through shadows and corruption. Although obsidian is unbonded to a host, but no one can physically bond to obsidian because it's statistically impossible. It's a 0% chance of survival. They figured that out after they've tried to bond hosts. And Kate Lawson, who is the tech lead for the gem facility, is the youngest ever to survive a gem bonding. And she was 11 when she bonded. And the aging concept is a little weird. Their aging slows. Usually they'll age. The youngest that has ever really stopped aging is 13, but typically the average is about 16 to 17 years old. And then the youngest the youngest to stop aging was the Oracle, Kira Kane. She stopped aging at 13, sorry. Wrong misconception there. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the series that you want me to answer, then I can answer that as well. And maybe if this video gets enough views or likes, maybe I'll do an entire breakdown of each book. But I do still have time because apparently YouTube put a limit on it, and it's you can't post any video over 10 minutes unless verified, which is really weird, but anyways, I'm wasting time. So book 1 starts with Selena Lawson going to college, and she doesn't know what she is yet. She was already a fully evolved vampire because she has something called the vampiric gem trait. It's an extremely rare trait that results in a vampiric evolution and gem bonding simultaneously, usually separated by a couple of years. Selena was fully bonded when she was 15, but she was unaware of this. because she already naturally hid in the shadows regardless. She bonded on her 19th birthday, so she had the very, very last window to bond to her gem. The youngest, like, physically durable age to bond is 11, as seen with Kate, but typically it's around 12 years old. There have been several young casualties that have tried to bond to gems too young. And the oldest that a gem will bond is 19. Because when. So the gem lives and thrives off of youth. So once a person reaches a certain age, the gem rejects them. They won't die, they just won't bond. And yeah, it starts with Selena Lawson, and she ends up meeting Ethan Wells, who is the same age as her, but only like a week older. Um, and he didn't really speak much because of the traumatic experiences he went through. But yeah, it's kind of a complicated story, but it kind of shows Selena's vampiric side coming out and evolving, and Ruby, Sapphire, and Crystal are the central villains of book one, and they're kind of just like they're just the antagonists in the story. And then Carmen Lawson, Selena's mother, came into the picture in chapter she came in indirectly in chapter 18, and she came in physically or directly in chapter 27. Although she was disguised as one of Selena's teachers. And it just kind of shows that, like, Selena's first bonding and figuring out who she is. And then Ethan and Selena were separated for 5 years, but before Selena left, Ethan and Selena were dating temporarily, and then Selena had to leave. And then, like, literally, Ethan asked Selena to be his girlfriend within a week. Because she was the first person in 3 years who actually saw Ethan as a person and not someone with a reputation or used him for something. So that's why. And book 24, book 24. I apologize. I mean book 1 at the end. It honestly, I wasn't even referring to chapter 24. I was referring to Selena and Ethan's age. Oops, at the time. Ethan became a carrier, which is kind of like having gem resonance in your bloodstream but not having an anchor for it, because like there's full gems, fragmented gems, and non-gems. Honestly, I admit I'm running out of time. I have like 2 minutes left. But yeah, I think I might do a breakdown of the later pictures. Also, Kate's playlist and Maisie's playlist are public. Maisie is an extremely chaotic character that comes into the series later on. However, I am not ready to make Selena, Ethan, and Carmen's playlist public yet until I get some encouragement to make them public, because I feel overly self-conscious about my characters being judged, and I have a description of each of my characters in the playlist descriptions. So if you want to check out Kate's playlist or Maisie's playlist, that would be really appreciated. I might turn voting on, so you guys can vote on certain songs. There is one song I am about to remove, because the lyrics, but it does really fit Maisie. So if you guys really want to check out those character playlists, maybe I'll make Selena's public today. I just need a little bit of encouragement in order to do that, because I am a little nervous about my characters and really self-conscious. So if someone could give me some encouragement in their comments, that'd be really appreciated. And also, thank you for almost 100 views on my last video. I'm genuinely impressed at how far that came. But yeah, I gotta get off because I'm gonna run out of time. But I hope all of you guys have a really good Easter. I forgot it was Easter for a second there. But I hope all of you guys have a really good Easter, and I hope that all of you are well, and subscribe. Sorry, I had to do the same thing. Okay, bye guys.